Hey Ron, you got another dumb-ass question from Twitter. You want I should read it out for you?
Would really rather you didn't. I'm busy.
Nice. The question reads, to all the people hating on Biden, including at Ron Rugged, that's you.
Ron Rugged, Twitter.com, vertical integration. Yeah, I know. You know, this is actually a really difficult book to read. It takes a lot of concentration.
To all the people hating on
Yeah,
Biden
no,
right
sure, go
now,
ahead, keep
do you
going.
want him to lose? Would you rather see a Democrat
Okay.
fail than a Republican? Honest question here.
That is at least 4 different questions, with 4 distinct answers. When did you set up the camera?
You have had your computer running for a week now and have not even started to make a video. Someone needed to take some goddamn initiative.
I've been working on that video about force the vote.
And how has that been going?
I've been doing research.
I haven't edited anything in 6 fucking months, Ron. You can take half an hour to respond to a ridiculous question.
Whatever. Okay, so this is an annoying thing that people do all the time. They ask one question while they mean another question entirely. This isn't always malicious, this is sometimes just a consequence of how language works, but it's something that you can do deliberately and can do very shittily. Let me give you a really easy example. Snuggles, when did you stop beating your wife?
Who the fuck said I stopped? My lady loves that shit.
Charming. So just saying one thing does not necessarily mean that you want that one thing answered. And in this case, asking, do you want Joe Biden to fail, encompasses at least 4 different questions. So let's go through all that. Do I want Joe Biden to fail against the Republican Party, whom reasonable people can agree have descended into fascism? No. Do I want Joe Biden to fail against the progressive wing of the Democratic Party? Yeah, I think I do. A Green New Deal, Medicare for all, $1,200 checks once a month, maybe retroactively. That sounds like a pretty sweet deal for most people. Do I want Biden to fail the will of the American people who elected him? No. But on the other hand, I don't have any reason to believe he has any interest in fulfilling the will of the American people, so that's a wash. Do I want Joe Biden to fail to enact the will of the billionaire class, to whom Joey Biden promised nothing would fundamentally change? Abso-fucking-lutely. Fuck those guys. But he promised to those people that nothing would fundamentally change for them. And then they paid him to run for president. So that shit is a pipe dream. Politics is not a binary. It is not as simple as you are a Democrat or you are a Republican, in spite of how much both politicians and the media have portrayed it as being exactly that way. People in the real world have complex goals and complex motivations. They want to make their lives better, and they want to make the lives of the people they care about better. When regular people want change, when regular people need change, they will fall in line behind any person who promises to get them that change. Reducing politics to a binary is maybe the biggest reason that Trump was able to shit his way into the presidency. And the flip side of that is that Joe Biden represents a return to normalcy. Very explicitly he represents that. He billed himself as a return to normalcy against Trump. And, like, normal for me, normal for my entire adult life has been a downward spiral. Normal for me is things getting worse and worse and worse and worse and worse and worse at an increasing speed as time goes by. And yeah, sure, Trump was bad. Trump was the worst president in history. I've said that before, and I will argue against anyone who says otherwise. But the truth of the matter is, for me, and for most other people, Trump is normal. Trump did not disrupt my life or the lives of anyone I know in any meaningful way. All the terrible things that he did were part of the status quo. They were part of a pattern of continually escalating misfortune that I and most other people have had to deal with for our entire lives. And for someone like me, and for most other people, I dare say, that means putting things back to normal means not even nothing. It doesn't even mean nothing. It means that you're promising to make things worse. There is no return to normal for me because my normal is awful. And things never stopped being awful. And I am sick and tired of normal. I have friends, people who I love and care about, who died last year. I lost 2 jobs, and I almost lost my home. Just saying that normal isn't good enough is a profound and mortifying understatement. Normal is killing me. Normal is killing everything I know. Normal is not just killing the planet. Normal is killing the planet in spite of everyone knowing that and everyone wanting to stop it. Promising me that you'll get things back to normal is not a promise to bring relief. It is a threat. And if Joey Biden wants to do that, if he wants to represent a return to the kind of life that society says that I deserve, then yeah, I want him to fail. I want him to fall flat on his face every single day. Because normal is just about as bad as it gets for me. Normal has spent my entire life trying to strangle me to death. I don't want normal. I want better. And if I have to go through Joey Biden to get to better, then God help all of us, I will do just that. Does that answer your question well enough?
It gives me enough to work with yet. Thanks a bunch.
Good.
Hey you. Thanks for watching this cobbled together nonsense video. Me and Ron are working on other stuff, but it's gonna take at least a little bit of time to come together. Leviathan, that's Ron's computer, is working fine right now, and that's mostly thanks to the lot of you. So thank all of you so much. I am contractually obligated to remind you all that there are a number of links to different places you can get in touch with Ron if you wanted, both linked in the description and in a pinned comment. His Twitter, where he's been misquoting Ted Cruz and Shakespeare. His Curious Cat, where you can tell him to stop being such a whiny millennial brat and that your job was going door to door giving children nickels. His email, if you want him to help out with some project you have in mind, although it might take a while to get to that because Ron is still possessed of a profound, mortifying fear of Leviathan overheating to 2000 degrees and burning through the desk. And the concrete floor. And then exploding. And Ron's coffee is in the description, if you think any of this is worth supporting financially. I'm not gonna lie to you, we sure could use the money, especially since Ron has developed a nasty Raid Shadow Legends habit during the lockdown. But not even a normal habit. You have to see the shit to believe it. Next video topic is up in the air, but Ron is planning on having it be just him shouting the word fucker at a still image of Jimmy Dore for 8 minutes. He says it will be a work of artistic brilliance. I remain skeptical. Now go do something important, and take care of yourselves.